And welcome back. Round 7, Game 2. Jack Mitchell-Burns 1-0 up against Heng. Jack's playing Aristocrats. What's he going to be looking at sideboarding here?
Up to 7 cards, hopefully, because he's mulliganed into oblivion this game. But I think that we will be looking at cards like Mark of Mutiny, Zealous Conscripts, just basically stuff that's going to let him steal Chin's creatures. Because Chin is generally, we've discussed in the past how these kind of decks sort of are on a very much one spell a turn plan, and cards like Zealous Conscripts and Mark of Mutiny really punish you for those sorts of lines.
Don't be a lad. No, come on, man. Oh, damn.
Well, it's not a terrible multi-5 from Jack there.
No, it's not terrible.
He's giving himself a little bit of game anyway.
He might be looking to increase his overall card power in this matchup as well, with cards like Thundermaw Hellkite as well. Just have things that can do a lot more sort of big swing damage.
You'd also have one just for dealing with the certain little flying spirits from Chin's side of the board.
I think they both run that. They both run Lingering Souls, so I'm not too sure either side is going to have Electrickery available or something like that. But we might see Pillar of Flame coming from Chin. That might be in his sideboard.
Certainly more point removal would be a good option here. There's certain cards you want to get off the board.
Yeah, he doesn't want Blood Artist on the board at pretty much any point in the game. He does attack with a flourish though, I'll give that to him.
He doesn't really want Boros Reckoner hanging around either.
No. As again, you know, Jack's one life away from being Blasphemous acted here, so... Bit of a think about an attack there. I think we're just going to see Jack block and sacrifice before damage here.
Away goes the Doom Traveller.
Yep. And leaving behind a spirit. Any follow-up now from Chin? Usually on 5 he's going to have something. Yeah, that's something.
Everyone's favourite value pig.
Yep, indeed. I don't think too many people are going to be upset if that doesn't get reprinted in M14 somehow.
I'll be upset. We'll be getting short games of Magic again. We need long games to make better videos, surely.
Well, true. Although it hurts a bit on the editing side.
That's your problem.
Yes, yes. Jack just passing with 4 up here, so... At this point, if you're Jack, you're just in a really awkward situation because you're trying desperately to stay out of Blasphemous Act range if you can do.
Though even if he does Blasphemous Act and put you to 1...
You're not dead. Jack using Orzhov Charm there to pick up his Doom Traveller. So.
You know, there's certainly not really a whole lot you can do from a situation where you put down to 1 here.
No. I mean, Jack's other option with the Charm there is maybe to kill the Reckoner with it. I mean, he'd take 3 either way there, but at least he wouldn't be within Act range at that point. I think Jack's line here is basically saying I want to get to 5. So 5 pretty much signals Zealous Constructs and yikes. There's another Thragtusk from Chin. Jack going from behind to even further behind at this point.
Certainly when your opponent's playing Thragtusks, the idea of being able to pinch one of them with the Zealous Conscripts and then use the sack outlet to get the backup boar yourself.
There is Zealous Conscripts. He's taking the Reckoner here. I think it's kind of an interesting line from Jack there. I mean, he could have used the... If he'd have used the Orzhov Charm to kill the Boros Reckoner there, he would have been able to steal a Thragtusk this time round and end up with a 3/3. Rather than just getting his Doom Traveller back. I'm not too... I mean, I don't know exactly what's in Jack's hand or what he's expecting here, but I would have thought that potentially having your opponent with an empty board and you with 3 beasts would have been a decent trade there. I mean, the second Thragtusk here is pretty backbreaking from Chin, to be fair.
Oh, absolutely.
It was generally one of the ways that I was winning a lot with the Reanimator deck when we were playing testing. It wasn't the fast Angel of Serenity, it was the fact that you just cast 4 Thragtusks in a row and your opponent couldn't do enough damage to you. And Chin on Burial Rites is Boros Reckoner, pretty much signifying he's got Blasphemous Act there. I mean, there's no real reason to burn non-Burial Rites there unless you've got the insta-kill.
Yeah, else you just swing in with your Thragtusks, wait for a trade, and just bring it back out again. They're also extremely hard to punch through.
Yep, indeed. Now, if Jack's got another Zealous Conscripts or a Mark of Mutiny or something similar here, he might be able to pull this one out.
Yeah, he should definitely be thinking about killing that Boros Reckoner.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason you'd reanimate a Boros Reckoner like that is that you've got Blasphemous Act in hand. And considering what the deck can do, it's a pretty poor reanimation target. And Jack's just making Thundermaw Hellkite and saying go at this point, and yeah, Chin's just said Blasphemous Act, so...
That goes ahead and wraps up game 2, putting them at 1 game all, so we'll be back for the decider.